There are moments in our lives, moments that feel so deeply personal even when they unfold on a screen, that they leave an indelible mark on our hearts. For the legion of us who have found a family within the brick walls of Firehouse 51, who have ridden along in the cabin of Truck 81 and Squad 3, who have felt the heat of the flames and the chilling grip of fear, this is one of those moments. The news, the whispers that have turned into a deafening roar, is something we almost dare not say out loud, for fear of making it more real than it already is. Kelly Severide, our Severide, the unshakable, the fearless, the man who has walked through fire and emerged with little more than a wry smile, is in a fight for his life. The sterile white walls of Chicago Med's intensive care unit are a stark and cruel contrast to the familiar, chaotic comfort of the firehouse. The rhythmic, almost hypnotic beep of machines is the only sound that punctuates a silence so heavy it feels like a physical weight. It's a silence that screams louder than any fire alarm, a silence that has fallen over not just a hospital room, but over the entire city of Chicago, and indeed, over every single one of us who calls the 51 family our own. To say that Kelly Severide is in critical condition feels like an understatement, a clinical, detached phrase that does no justice to the raw, visceral emotion of the situation. It doesn't capture the image of Stella Kidd, his rock, his other half, standing vigil, her own fierce flame reduced to a flicker of hope against a storm of despair. It doesn't convey the profound, gut-wrenching sorrow etched on the faces of Chief Bowden, of Casey, of Herman, of Cruz, of Mouch, of the entire house. These are not just colleagues. They are brothers, a family forged in fire and bound by an unbreakable love. And right now, their hearts are breaking. The call that led to this moment was, in its own tragic way, just like any other. A multi-story warehouse, old and derelict, consumed by an inferno that painted the night sky in hues of orange and black. It was a beast of a fire, unpredictable and ravenous. And as always, Squad 3, led by the indomitable Kelly Severide, was in the thick of it. They are the tip of the spear, the ones who go where others cannot, who stare into the very heart of the danger and do not flinch. We've seen Severide in tight spots before. We've held our breath as he's navigated treacherous collapses, as he's pulled victims from the jaws of certain death, as he's pushed the limits of his own mortality time and time again. We've come to believe, perhaps naively, that he is invincible, that some unseen force, some guardian angel, watches over this man who has dedicated his life to being that very angel for so many others. But this time was different. A sudden, catastrophic explosion, a brutal concussive force that ripped through the structure, and, in an instant, our invincible hero was gone. The heart-stopping silence that followed, broken only by the crackle of the flames and the frantic calls over the radio, will forever be seared into our collective memory. The desperate search, the gut-wrenching discovery, and the agonizingly slow and careful extraction. Every second was a lifetime. Now we are left with the aftermath, the quiet, agonizing wait. The doctors, with their somber expressions and carefully chosen words, speak of trauma, of uncertainty, of the long and arduous road ahead. They speak of fighting, of resilience, of hope. And if there is one thing we know about Kelly Severide, it is that he is a fighter. He has been fighting his whole life, not just fires, but his own demons, his own fears. He has fought for his family at 51. He has fought for Stella, and now he is fighting for himself. And he is not fighting alone. In the waiting room of the ICU, a silent testament to the family that is Firehouse 51 has taken root. They are all there, a huddled, heartbroken mass of unwavering support. Chief Bowden, the patriarch, his usual commanding presence replaced by a quiet, paternal anguish. His stoicism, a shield for his men and women, now shows the cracks of a father's fear for his son. Matt Casey, Severide's brother in all but blood, is a ghost of himself, the easygoing camaraderie replaced by a heavy, burdened silence. Theirs is a friendship that has been tested and proven in the crucible of countless fires, a bond that transcends words. And in this moment of unthinkable quiet, that bond is a lifeline. Stella. Our hearts ache for Stella. To watch the love of your life, the man who is your anchor in a world of chaos, lie so still, so vulnerable, is a pain we can only imagine. Her strength, her fire, has always been a beacon. Now, that light is focused on one thing, and one thing only: willing him to come back to her. We see her friends, Sylvie Brett and Emily Foster, surrounding her, offering a quiet strength, a shoulder to lean on, a hand to hold. It is a poignant reminder that the women of 51 are a force of nature in their own right, a sisterhood of unyielding support. The rest of the house, each member wrestling with their own grief and fear, orbits this epicenter of pain. Herman, ever the heart of the firehouse, his jovial nature subdued by a profound sadness. Cruz, who looks to Severide not just as a lieutenant, but as a mentor and an older brother. Mach, Ritter, Gallo. Each of them carrying a piece of this burden, their shared history with Severide, a tapestry of moments both big and small, of laughter and of loss. It is in these moments of profound adversity that the true character of Firehouse 51 shines brightest. They are more than just a team. They are a living, breathing entity, a family that bleeds together, that grieves together, and that hopes together. The firehouse itself, usually a bustling hub of activity and camaraderie, now stands eerily quiet, a silent monument to the man who is its beating heart. As we, the extended family of Chicago Fire fans, watch this unfold, we are reminded of the very real dangers that firefighters face every single day. We are reminded that behind the bravado, behind the heroic acts, are human beings with families, with loves, with futures that can be snatched away in an instant. This storyline, as painful as it is a testament to the show's unwavering commitment to honoring the real-life heroes who run towards danger when everyone else is running away. And so we find ourselves in this liminal space, this agonizing pause between the unthinkable and the unknown. We are all in that waiting room with the 51 family. We are holding our breath with them. We are praying with them. We are hoping with them. We are sending every ounce of our collective strength, our love, our unwavering belief in the resilience of the human spirit, to that quiet room in Chicago Med. Come on, Kelly. Fight. Fight for Stella. Fight for your family. Fight for the city that needs you. Fight for all of us who have come to love you as one of our own. The silence is deafening, but our hope is a roar. And we will be here, waiting for the moment that silence is broken by the sound of your return. We are Firehouse 51, and we never, ever give up on our family.